Hey everybody, Deathblade here with another Chinese fantasy novel FAQ. This is not my normal format for these kind of videos, but I have a newborn in the house and a 4-year-old, and I'm suffering from sleep deprivation basically. So I have a couple minutes here that I want to record this video. I'm going to do it with my webcam. Incidentally, if you're coming across this channel for the first time, my name's Jeremy. I am a translator of Chinese fantasy novels. If you go to my website, there's a link in the description. You can find links to all of the different things that I've worked on, including translations and original works and all that stuff. Today, what I actually want to do is I want to show you something I saw on Twitter that I just thought was really hilarious. And it is something that is actually something I've thought about a lot. And I've been meaning to do a video about it, but I haven't been able to come up with the right way to talk about it. And when I saw these tweets on Twitter, it was just perfect. So I want to show them to you. First, this is actually a response to a tweet that was originally talking about Western versus Japanese samurai stories. And then this guy, John Lee, responds regarding Wuxia stories. He says, Western Wuxia stories, his master was killed, and he spends his life in pursuit of justice, achieving it in his dying breath. Actual Wuxia stories, we got drunk and overthrew the government. And when I saw that, I just totally laughed. And I did retweet this. If you don't already, you can follow me on Twitter. I basically just tweet about Chinese fantasy stuff. That's pretty much it. I don't get into anything else. Going down here, somebody else responded right here. What would be the difference between Western Xianxia stories and Chinese Xianxia stories then? This guy responds, Western, MC fighting dragons and stuff, fighting alongside friends for love and justice. Eastern, MC's clan master gets massacred, trains for a long time, gets revenge, lives a normal life, new family dies, gets revenge, ascends to immortality, fights gods and Buddhas. And I lolled to this. So I really did laugh out loud when I saw this because it was just so hilarious. And it is pretty much exactly what I have observed over the years. Now, I got into translating when Wuxia was kind of dying off in popularity and Xianxia was taking off the cultivation novels. Nowadays, they're kind of going back and forth between what's popular at the moment. I see people writing fan fictions. I see people writing their own versions of cultivation or Wuxia novels. And there are even some people that are doing it professionally, basically self-publishing their stuff on Amazon. This kind of stuff is really popular now. Unfortunately, I've read a lot of stuff that falls into basically the two categories that were just mentioned in these two tweets, where it basically doesn't seem like real, authentic Chinese or Eastern Wuxia or Xianxia stories. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. I think anybody can write whatever they want as long as they are enjoying what they're writing, then that's great. And if they're a professional or they're self-publishing, if the audience is digging what they are writing, then that's great. It does kind of annoy me, though, when people write stuff that they classify as being Wuxia or Xianxia, except to me, obviously not. I'm planning to release a video soon about Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon 2, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon Sword of Destiny, which was a sequel to Crouching Tiger, and this gets into a lot of that, so I will expand on the subject in that video. I also plan to do some videos in the future kind of defining what are Wuxia, what are Xianxia. I haven't done that even though I've talked about it a lot. And this video isn't intended to go into definitions and classifications of what different things are important to Wuxia and what different things are not. I do have a video talking about why Star Wars is not Wuxia. I'll link to that. That has a lot of stuff I think is great in terms of my opinion of what is important in Wuxia stuff. In any case, what I find is that when Westerners write Wuxia and Xianxia, what they do is they are fans and they take the things that they like about it, which is usually the action and some of the positive sort of, like it was mentioned in these two tweets, the loyalty, the love, connection to family, and all those things. And those things do exist in Xianxia. They take those things, they write about them, they leave out a lot of the other Chinese stuff. The ruthlessness, the dog-eat-dog world, matters of face, different things like that. And the result is something that, to a person who is familiar with Wuxia or Xianxia and Chinese culture, when you read it, it comes across as being very not Chinese. Again, that's totally fine. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just saying that it is not really authentic Wuxia and Xianxia. And I racked my brains trying to come up with a good example that would kind of click with Western audiences. And the best thing I could come up with are spaghetti Westerns. So for example, what if someone said to you, hey, I want to show you this movie. It's a really cool spaghetti Western. And you're thinking, cool, I like spaghetti Westerns. I like the kind of the melodrama. I like the close camera shots of their eyes. I like the grittiness. I like the gunfights. I like the fist fights. So this person says, let's go watch a spaghetti Western film. It's really cool. And you're like, yeah, I can't wait. And you sit down and you find that there are guys that are wearing like hats and they have guns and there are some gunfights. But instead of taking place in the Wild West, it's actually in Britain. Everybody has British accents. And instead of rough and tumble fist fights and quick draw gun battles, everybody will stand back to back and then slowly walk apart, turn around, and then pull their guns and then shoot at each other. And instead of riding around on horses in the open plains, they're actually in carriages in the middle of London. You would be like, you know what? This isn't really a spaghetti western, is it? And that's the kind of feeling I get when I read some of these Western versions of Wuxia or Xianxia. It has a lot of the same stuff as Wuxia, as Xianxia, but it just doesn't feel Chinese and it doesn't feel authentic to me. So I don't think there's any reason to go on and on and on and belabor this point. I thought these tweets were interesting. What's your opinion? Please do leave your opinion in the comment section below, or you can follow me on Twitter. If you go to my profile on Twitter, this tweet that I retweeted is just a couple tweets down because I only tweet once or twice a week nowadays. So you could find it and leave a comment on there as well. I'm curious your opinion. Are you somebody who has written this kind of stuff? What are the challenges you faced? What is your opinion? Do you intentionally want to make it less authentic, or is it just that, or do you feel that it is authentic? I'm curious to know. Please do like and subscribe and comment and share and all that. And I am still taking requests for new video content. I do have a list that's dozens of topics long. I think I'm something around 40 right now that I'm trying to get through slowly but surely. So I can't guarantee that I will get to your question right away. But if you do have some sort of topic or question you'd like me to address, please also leave it in the comments below. That's it for this video. I'll see you next time. Godzilla.